Hi guys, Marco here. We're at the R&D garage. I'm all blurry. Oh, no I'm not. Gotta redo that. Hello, Marco here from R&D garage. Not really. Well, we're at R&D garage. And Hasm and real Marco, V1 Marco.
Now you're gonna call me Matt.
Oh, Matt and Hasm are vinyl wrapping door number 2, which will probably last. Tandem number 2.
Okay, ready? You're gonna pull all the way apart.
All right.
Towards you and to the side, like this. Okay?
Okay.
Go. Pull. And then your left hand down a little bit. There we go. Ready? Go down. Down. Down, down, down. Go down, go down. Go down. Alright.
That's pretty good.
You're good. You can let it go.
That's pretty good. The wrinkles are for speed. It's ribbed for our pleasure.
Oh, God. So, what else are we doing today, Matt?
Well, what aren't we doing?
Actually, you need to do your clutch pedal.
I need to do my clutch pedal. I would like to. So my clutch pedal broke. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't think they have.
So like, I'm getting carried away. So my clutch pedal broke at the only event we ever tested this at. And we welded it back together for that one little fun run with Adam that one time. I was like, I'm just gonna go send it. So we're gonna fix that. What I wanna do is I wanna actually like make one out of steel and like thread it nicely, put it all together, because it's essentially like a U, and then on like the bottom of the U there's a threaded portion, and that goes up. The U goes around the clutch pedal, and then the U portion with the thread goes into the shaft of the clutch, like the master cylinder.
Okay, you're talking too much. Take it off and show them physically.
That'd probably be easier. Some people are audible people. Other people, I guess if everyone sees it.
Yeah, you can say it while they look at it.
If everyone sees it, then you can see it. But they're getting to wrapping over here.
Come here.
I'm going over here. Where you can see the motor is almost in. Well, it's like a couple nuts and bolts. Just a couple.
Boxes are here.
Boxes of almost everything are here. Parts. Bunch of goodies that we'll get into
later.
Later.
It's used.
I also have parts of my car that I haven't shown you yet.
Okay, you need to get those out. Scratch them off the line.
All right, so all this stuff is ordered.
And here.
And here.
Yeah.
This thing is, we'll get that locally.
Yep.
I still gotta order that.
Yeah.
I ordered comp cams, hooked it up with cam
too, right
with
here,
cam and springs. Oh yeah, valve springs. Okay, so with comp cams, they came out with like a new drift spec cam, and what it is it's a cam that you can essentially drop into a stock motor. I opted to upgrade valve springs because that was one of their, you should probably do this. The other thing is timing chain. Timing chain we had decent tension on, and it looked new since it was like a fresh build. So I opted to not do the timing chain, but I did springs. I'm gonna do their comp cam. I guess Marco puts the link with, I don't know, something. And they're like mild specs. It's like a 541 lift.
I'm a little worried with Hasm back there handling that big stick. I don't know how I feel about it.
But yeah, so we're gonna put that cam in, and I don't think anyone has ran it yet. It's like a new
brand
cam.
new.
It's brand new by them,
so.
And it's supposed to be just like a genuinely just all around kind of like bring up power from like 3,000 to 7,000 RPM if you're gonna run that high. But it's just a mild cam that you can drop in, no other upgrades whatsoever, and it'll be great for like a grassroots series or mild competition, which is what I'm gonna be doing. Or even guys that want to do some, road course stuff that don't really want to do a total overhaul on their motor and heads and everything, and they just want to make a little bit of power all around without having to, spec out a cam.
Basically, it's like it keeps the LSA around 115 and just gives you lift and duration. So most cams out there, even if they're mild, they lower the LSA because they want higher power at the top end of the RPM.
What is LSA?
Lobe separation angle.
Okay.
Has to do with the lobes on the cam. I don't necessarily 100% understand it. I just kind of know what it means. But basically, a higher number like that gives more of a linear torque band, so that his power is going to be like this. Mine is like the same on my S13, and most people for drag racing, they do like a 1 111 plus something or 112, 110. Like they get real low, and their line is more, steep. So they have less power in the bottom range of the RPM, but more power in the top range of the RPM, which is good for drag racing because you won't lose grip launching off the line, and then you make all that power after you've caught grip. But for us, which are drifting, you want to gain grip all around, and you want to gain grip especially in drift, which is in loss of grip. So like, I don't know, it works.
Yeah, I'd rather have a little bit of power everywhere than a lot of power
in one place.
In one little spot.
Correct, and that's what that cam does. The best part about it though is you can run it. They say you can run it with a stock motor, so you don't have to change anything and just put the cam in and go, because it is that mild of a cam. But we're gonna change the valve springs because we're already here. So we're gonna change the valve springs, and we're gonna do a Trunion upgrade. I keep saying that wrong. People keep commenting. It's not Trunion, it's Trunion. Well, look, it's Trunion because that's how I read it in Spanish.
It's Touge.
No, it's Toge.
I know it's Toge, and that's fun. That's
in English. It reads as Touge.
I'm like Touge.
No, but that's in English, and it's a Japanese word.
Oh, are those all Japanese
It's
words?
the same concept with me.
Yeah, I know.
In Spanish, it reads...
Read it. Like when I'm on a seto and everyone's like, oh, we're doing the Touge today. And I'm not going to be like, we're doing the Toge.
You're doing the 2J?
I'm doing the 2J in my toga.
Anyways, back to the list. There's a lot of stuff still going on. We're waiting. Well, we have those, but we don't have that. So we can't do anything. Suspension is a blur.
But why is that a blur, Marco? If only we had some sort of box over there to open.
You know what? You can open it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you can open it. We can open it, but the installation video won't be today because we have nothing else to attach it to. So, like, what are you going to attach the top hat to the chassis and let it dangle? Like,
dude, I just didn't want to look at it. Marco's been sitting here. It's been in the shop for, like, what, 5 days now, and I haven't been able to. This is like Christmas to me, honestly.
Hey, I'm sincerely, I've never messed with ERs either.
And the cool thing about this, and why I have these ER series, is BC Racing hooked it up with not only one set of ER series, but 2 sets of ER series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this car with this set of ER series, and I'm going to set up my blue car as well, my other blue car, with ER series as well. And they'll be the same setup, so that way I will have the same chassis between both. Both cars will feel the same, except one will make, 200 more horsepower than the other, and this one will make a little bit more grip because I'll have it set up slightly different in suspension, but the car's feeling should be roughly the same between. So when I go from that car to this car, it won't be as much of a learning curve as far as steering feel.
The actual driving, throwing it in, catching, all that stuff will be the same. It's just powering out won't be. But
so that was my goal for that, is because I wanted it's turning into essentially a party car / practice car where I can have fun with it and really like push the limits in that car. And then once I push the limits in that car, I can say, okay, here we are in this car, and I actually kind of got a lot of practice in without putting a lot on the line with this.
You're taking way too long to open this box.
Like
no, to open this box.
I know.
Each one is individually boxed.
Oh, look at that.
That's one corner right there.
That's lighter than I expected, honestly.
Where's your knife?
My skizzers. So, and the difference between these and the current coilovers I run is these are much longer travel, so I'll be able to squat a decent amount more. And these are two-way adjustable, meaning my damping and my rebound I can adjust separately, so I can essentially have the shot compress fast and then decompress slower. Whereas like your single adjustable with the
it's a percentage.
BRs and the DS series, everything moves together, so you can only adjust both in one direction or both in the other direction.
Correct, but it's mostly rebound.
Yeah.
The percentage is higher on the rebound than compression. And then also, what he didn't say, it has an external reservoir, which means more fluid, which means it won't heat up as fast. It's good. It's good.
It's so like I don't want to put on the car. It's so like nice right now.
It looks really nice.
That's a lot of travel.
Is it max low right now?
I don't know.
Oh my god, your car's gonna be so high. So what does this do?
This determines how much unicorn power the car has.
And by unicorn power, you mean compression?
No, you're damping.
Compression?
Damping. Are you sure, Marco?
No, I'm not sure.
Because it says damping on the valve.
Let me see.
Damping.
Damper. Oh, it says soft and hot. Or high. This says damper too, but it's still compression and rebound, right?
Sure.
Yes.
I haven't read the manual yet, okay, Marco?
This is rebound. This is
what
compression.
So, hold on, what's the difference?
They're all damping. They're all dampening.
Oh my god.
They're dampening.
They're wet enough, Marco.
You should like play air guitar with them. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh, it's probably like this. No, it's like this. I'm playing the banjo. This thing's long as fuck.
Like every other car person, man, ever throws the manual on the ground over there in the corner by the trash.
I actually read the manuals.
Okay, go ahead. Let's look at it. Let's see what it is and what you got to do and what it looks like. Oh, look at the pretty pictures. Don't read this stuff. Just look at the pictures.
I know. Well, they didn't give me any colored pencils to color it all in.
Oh, what if you do color it in? That'd be hilarious. And then we hang it on the wall. We're going to have to do that. We'll have Megan color it in. So the dampening force.
Don't say dampening.
The dampening.
There's no damping.
The dampening force is 30 clicks rebound on strut top like I pointed, and compression on canister like I pointed, and then preset on 60 clinks. 60 clinks. 60 clicks.
60.
60. Oh my god, I'm done reading. That's it. Y'all could just buy your own and read it yourself at home. Matt got his old rack out, and he put his new rack in. Rack out with your wrench. Also got some other cool parts.
This is from our boy Bert Collins over at Collins Garage. They do
Collins adapters.
Collins adapters, so they do adapters and everything for like if you need to go from like a 350Z transmission to an LS. He's your guy. Well, anyway, this is a transmission cross member. So it looks big and beefy and everything. It is super light, like compared to the old transmission cross member. Like this is significantly heavier, and that's you can see, you know.
And this is only bolting one bolt, like we were talking about previously. You need both bolts. This triangulation here is what holds strength. This. Because this is applying load right here and that right there.
And I have adjustment there, so I can adjust that transmission.
Yep. So it adjusts depending on what motor mounts you have. If your motor mount sits your trans further back, then you put it further back. If it sits it around there or forward, whatever.
Yeah. So not only this, but also we got a fresh adapter plate. If I can find the opening. Come on. Quality bubble wrap. You're gonna get it out. Oh my god, it was just in there. Anyway, why is it so warm? Oh, it's in my car. It retained all that heat. So this is a adapter plate for the 350Z transmission. So what it is you cut your bell housing, and then this part right here replaces that front. I guess it'd be not pump seal, but your it's pump seal on automatic transmissions, but your there's that front metal plate where your input shaft. So your input shaft goes in here, and then here bolts up to a bell housing.
It's upside down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably like this.
Yes.
Yeah, because your clutch lines come out there.
Yep.
So this mounts up to a bell housing, and then on that bell housing mounts up to your LS motor.
Yes, Collins.
So this is like perfect. So if you need to like adapt a transmission, because we already have your Z transmission, so when we're doing these swaps, we already have our 350Z transmission. So we just cut that bell housing, replace that with the adapter, and then bolt that directly to the transmission or to the motor, and you're set up. He makes a shifter relocation bracket as well. So you mount the shifter, relocate that. You're in it, ready to go, ready to party.
Has him finally finish his door. It looks amazing. It looks way better than the other one.
This looks so clean. I don't have
right.
this,
look, there's no pimples.
He's reaching that age where you just get the few pimples, but it's not something like, it's not a big deal. Like, you're not going through high school anymore. This is like, you're in college, like you're having a stressful week. Couple pop up.
I do want to say though that Hasm did that mainly by himself. I did help him apply it in the beginning, and then he went and he learned each corner. And that was his first wrap job ever, so good job. And now you got the rest of the cart to do. Good luck. We also got the Trunion upgrade that we were talking about, and this is the old rocker. We got to push it out. You can see the old thingies on there.
We have all kinds of music in this shop. We have we have rappers, we have rockers. What else we got?
R&B. Go ahead, open it.
No, it's R&D.
Ah!
Look at that.
Dang, this looks beautiful. Matt, what kind of person isn't excited about new parts?
There's LS parts in here. Let's go home.
No, let's see it. Come on, I want to see these parts.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire through this bad boy. All right, we have a piece of cardboard.
No, technically it used to be made out of cardboard.
This, this reminds me of?
What?
When you get a present that you didn't ask for, and your parents are like, "Yeah, I got you this," and you're like, "What is it?" And they're like, "Look, it's this.
Like,
this is what it is."
I know what you mean. It's like underwear. Like, you don't really want it, but you need it.
They gotta explain. Like, they explain to you. It's like
no, it's like underwear. You don't want it, but you need it. Do you not wear underwear? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I do.
Exactly. But you don't go buy it yourself. Your parents get it for you. It's like no one wants to buy gaskets, but you need it. Otherwise, your oil won't stay in there.
All right. So we have, what is that? Front main seal, rear main seal. We have oil pan gasket.
No, that other one's the front.
There's the front.
Yes.
Oh, here's the rear main.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Rear main seal here. Not returnable. If the seal is it this seal?
No, it's the plastic.
I know, it's a joke.
Oh.
It's a joke.
Okay.
What else?
You're like, no, it's the plastic.
What else?
All right. A box with a hole.
What is that?
Oh, push rods.
Oh, those are nice. I hope it didn't hit.
No, there's like still plastic in there. So. All right.
Hardened push rods.
The rods that push, they're about 7.4 inches long and about 5/16 inches in diameter. So this is for my oil pan. Got a Canton oil pan, which we'll discuss later. So here is dipstick for that. Then we have gas.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not gonna skip over this like it isn't something amazing.
Okay, we'll do this. All right. So this is that's a nice little dipstick. But the nicer part here is thank you to ISR and the boys at Canton Racing. We have myself a brand new oil pan right here.
Whoa.
And not just any old oil pan. This thing has trap doors in it.
Hold on. Okay, go.
Well, you can see like let's see if I can get some.
You gotta finger it this way. With the light so we can see your finger going in it.
I can't. They gotta open this way. Anyway, so there's little trap doors in it. So this is where the oil picks up from. So it picks up here. But when you go around corners, oil can slosh around, and if you're going like a really tight corner, oil all goes over here and moves out of the way. Well, what the trap door does is it closes that side, so oil can feed in from the other side where the trap door opens. Oil closes on this side, so it has a wall to hit up to. So this entire thing fills up with oil all the time.
It keeps feeding, yeah.
It keeps feeding oil into that center area.
And it's not escaping out the other side.
So when you pick it up, you're always picking up a lot of oil. So you shouldn't have really any oil issues. And this also has baffles inside of it, so it'll keep oil from sloshing all over the place. So.
Yeah, and this is like very important when it comes to drifting because you're transitioning from one side to the other. Your G-forces are always like woo, like all over the place. I know
people are having complaints with like
the welds,
quality and welds and stuff, but honestly,
look,
it's
hold on. There you go. I got it.
Like very, very good quality. Like
yeah, it's good quality. That's not bad.
Yeah. So it's a sweet oil pan, so you can get rid of that baffledless.
Let me see the pickup. Where is it? Oh, it's yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, look at that little short stubby thing.
It's a short throw pickup.
And then
we have something like
it has like a nice little filter.
There's a piece.
Put this back.
It's somewhere in here. Anyway, there's one last thing that I have. It's another part that's in here. I don't know where it is, but this only has one bolt here. So the part that I got,
It's here. I saw it.
oh really? Oh, perfect. So this part wraps around here, and there's actually 2 bolts on the motor.
On the oil pump.
So I'll be able to pick up and have 2 points of bolting together and have a much better seal, much more reliable, since this thing's going to see a lot of G-force and vibration. I mean, not like any other motor, isn't it? But this is just a better way to seal everything together.
Design.
Better design. Yeah, honestly. So that was a cheap little $20, $15, $20 part, which adds some
And it's going
reliability
to
to it.
save your motor,
Yeah.
basically.
So I just want to say thanks to ISR who actually got me hooked.
Do we
up
have the
with
mounts?
everything. I do have the mounts. That's
Oh, we could show it's not axial, it's a radial.
yeah.
We could show the
we can
radial
say this
mount.
for another day. We can say that. This
Alright,
is
alright.
engine parts.
Alright.
So then we got some
So
head
excited.
gaskets.
What are they? Manly?
Yeah, the Manly head
Stock
gaskets.
bore? Okay.
Yeah. And then a sweet little another Canton product.
This is the not dust shield, but sort of the dust shield for
for the bell housing, because
Yep.
your oil pan, this is the rear of the oil pan here, and normally like you'll have a part that comes down here with some
the
shielding.
stock one.
Yeah, the stock one. This one doesn't have it since this is a front sump. So
This goes there.
Are LS's front sump normally?
Some like the GTO can be front sump, but even then it has like a rear plate. It has this. This is
Yeah.
part of the pan.
Anyway, so that goes with that. I honestly forget. So ARP head bolts. They're not actually head studs, mainly because ARP was out of stock until I think after the first round for head studs. But the head bolts were in stock, and doing some research and everything, head bolts would have no problem, especially with our naturally aspirated like configuration with this motor. We're not doing a lot of stress, and we're not going to be removing the head. We're not going to be removing the head and like putting it back together a bunch. And if I were to switch heads to like an LS3 head, hopefully sometime soon,
They would be different.
I'll have to get different, and I don't want to waste almost double the money that these are on studs that are going to be used literally once when these are sufficient enough. So it was kind of like a budgetary thing. Does the job well, and it's going into an iron block, so I don't think it won't be as much of an issue with being able to get it torqued properly as an aluminum block.
The most important part of this whole build.
Did you open this? Because this was already open.
Yeah, I opened it a little bit.
Okay. A little bit, clearly.
Just a little bit.
We have a Melling, a Melling oil pump,
High pressure,
high pressure oil pump.
not high flow.
You're looking like, man, Matt doesn't really know.
No, not high volume, right? It's high flow, high pressure, not high volume.
It's high pressure, not high volume.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
high volume would just.
I feel like Hasm would be perfect for like, you know, when people do those videos where they're just like showing stuff and someone's talking.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be perfect for that with your deep voice. You could go, and here we see Matt's parts as he opens them.
So
Documentary.
If you can't tell, we're trying to keep the oiling very reliable. So we have a good pan for keeping oil in there. We have a good oil pump for keeping oil in there. I have some things that are on their way. Should I? Yeah. So I'm getting an AccuSump, which is essentially a large pressurized canister. So once I build oil pressure, it fills that up with oil pressure, and then it stays in there until the motor drops oil pressure. So in the event that the motor ever drops oil pressure for any reason, I have a reserve of 3 quarts of oil already pressurized to like normally like peak oil pressure or whatever, what it was before the oil pressure drop. So once I drop oil pressure, it releases that tank, so I maintain oil pressure in, like if I'm going around a corner, oil's a little low, the oil pickup gets a little air in it, it doesn't get, I would have a drop in oil pressure, which I would dry out bearings and everything. What this does is it feeds more oil in while that can still pick up and get in place or get more oil back in the system, and then it picks back up again. So I can keep oil pressure for what, probably like 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds.
I want to say
straight
something.
off of the,
I really want an AccuSump, and for some reason I thought they were very expensive. I guess they probably were
They're very affordable.
when I was trying to do my swap, but they're very affordable. I'm probably gonna pick one up too. Taylor got a dry sump that's like awesome. That replaces basically your whole oil pan, but Our AccuSump is a good system once you already have a full swap. But I almost just hit you in the head. Once you have a full swap, then you can just install this and it'll work great. It prevents a lot of stuff.
I don't even remember what I ordered. What is this? Oh, LS7 lifters.
And trays. Yep. Brand new
I just
stuff.
know that by the sound. And my bank account going cha-ching.
As you can see, we still have a lot of work ahead of us. The car is not a car. Luckily, Hazem's here. He's going to be doing all the wrapping. Oh, those are for sale. I don't know if anybody has purchased them.
Hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Shoot me an offer.
What are they, like 12 8K or something like that? 10 8K?
They're
14
14 8.
14 8K.
14 8, I believe, or 12 8. They're 12K front, 8K rear. I run 12K front, 5K rear. So these would be a little bit stiffer.
These are stiffer, but if you want to go like slammed and you don't want your chassis to hit the floor, then that's what you want. He's not going to be slammed at all.
Sorry.
So, yeah, but they'll have grip.
Well,
anyways,
drift.
Yeah.
Swap.
But anyways, thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, and please stay tuned to watch more of Hazem's rapping. It's best rapper in Florida.
We're actually going to get him to rap too.
Hazem rap. Best rapper in Florida. Stay tuned. Goodbye.